Welcome to Lesson 3 of the Business Operations Unit. In this unit, the key questions are: what is meant by just-in-time production? When is it appropriate to use different methods of production? What are the pros and cons of each method of production? These are the key terms. Read through them carefully. Cell production, just-in-time, Kaizen. Let's start with cell production. Cell production has the flow production line split into a number of self-contained units. Each team, or cell, is responsible for a significant part of the finished article, and rather than each person only carrying out only one very specific task, team members are skilled at a number of roles, so it provides a means for job rotation. Task. Pause the video. What are the benefits and drawbacks of cell production? Don't forget to write down your answers. Here are some possible benefits that you could have included. Amongst the benefits claimed for cell production are: closeness of cell members should improve communication, avoiding confusion arising from misunderstood or non-received messages. Workers become multi-skilled and more adaptable to the future needs of a business. Greater worker motivation arising from variety of work, team working, and more responsibility. Some of the downsides of using cell production include: the company culture has to encourage trust and participation, or workers can feel that they are constantly being pushed for more and more output with no respite. The company may have to invest in new materials handling and ordering systems suitable for cell production. Cell production may not allow a firm to use its machinery as intensively as in traditional flow production. Let's move on to just-in-time, JIT. JIT is a pull system of production, so actual orders provide a signal for when a product should be manufactured. Demand pull enables a firm to produce only what is required in the correct quantity and at the correct time. This means that stock levels of raw materials, components, work in progress, and finished goods can be kept to a minimum. This requires a carefully planned scheduling and flow of resources throughout the production process. Task. Pause the video. What are the benefits and drawbacks of just-in-time production, JIT? Don't forget to write down your answers. Let's move on to Kaizen. Kaizen, or continuous improvement, is an approach of constantly introducing small incremental changes in a business in order to improve quality and/or efficiency. This approach assumes that employees are the best people to identify room for improvement, since they see the processes in action all the time. A firm that uses this approach therefore has to have a culture that encourages and rewards employees for their contribution to the process. Kaizen can operate at the level of an individual or through Kaizen groups or quality circles, which are groups specifically brought together to identify potential improvements. This approach would also be compatible with team working or cell production, as improvements could form an important part of the team's aims. Task. Pause the video. Using the internet, research the features of Kaizen, including how it works, the benefits, and how the approach can improve staff motivation. For Kaizen to be effective, there has to be a culture of trust between staff and managers. Good two-way communications and a de-layered organisation would also support this approach. Nevertheless, some workers might see the demands as an extra burden rather than an opportunity, and it can take time to embed Kaizen successfully into an organisation's culture. Task: pause the video. Answer the following question. All employees should continually look for ways to improve their own performance. To what extent do you agree?